Good morning.
Good morning.
Yesterday I went and picked up some more supplies for this custom workbench slash feed storage bin, and I went to Harbor Freight and I wanted to get some casters, and it was more expensive to buy the casters individually than it was to buy them on the dollies. I wanted straight casters, ones that didn't spin, but like I said, it was more expensive to do it the other way, so I got these. So we're gonna try welding these straight so they don't spin. I kind of thought it was crazy that you can get this whole setup cheaper than you can get the casters that don't swivel. Now, if I would've got the casters that don't swivel, I would've had to go get wood and bolts and everything. And so the only thing with having swivel casters is I want this setup just to go in and out, in and out. So when you do that with swivel casters, they turn and they don't go straight.
And if anybody's ever dealt with that, you know that it'll be fine the first couple of times you'll push it in, but if you leave it the way it is, it will end up having this all halfway pushed in, not pushed in, this one's out, this one, and then it's going to defeat the whole purpose of this having this whole setup.
All right, so let's try welding one up. We'll go this way, and I just got to make sure I weld the wheels straight. We don't want it to be out of alignment. That would not be good. All right, let's give them a tack. All right, let's give it a try and see how it works. Then we'll tack it up even better if it works good. I like that. So now it goes back and forth straight. It can't go side to side, which we don't need it to go side to side. We're just gonna be needing it to go like this. We don't gotta worry about it shifting. And these things are rated to hold 1,000 pounds, so more than enough. So let's get these all tacked up. I'm just gonna put a tack on all 4 sides, and that'll be good. All right, I'm just gonna do that 5 more times, and then I'll be back. All right, now that we have those all tacked up, we can move on to the next step. All right, so 51 inches should be the same, but could be off a smidge. 51 inches, right on the money. Okay. So we gotta divide that up into 3 equal areas. All right, so we're gonna go 19 3/4. I got a stop set up. I got to cut 24 pieces, 16 inches long. So instead of having to keep measuring every one, we got this nice little stop. Double check it. Perfect. I like it. All right, we have a whole bunch of little parts and pieces. so we can stop building these drawers. I guess that's what we're going to call them. So these can get pocket hole drilled. I need to pre-drill 24 of the fronts and backs. I'm going to pre-drill and countersink them so that way when we're putting our screws in, the screws are flush. So we got to get 24 of these pre-drilled, and then Gina's going to pocket hole jig 24 of our uprights. So we both have a lot of drilling to do. You get all the little pieces. Let's get one of these built. Probably better off just doing it right here. So we're gonna need 2 of these.
Did it warm up any?
Yeah, it did, but the nozzle must be plugged. Now we'll take this one and mount it to our plywood base and see how that works. Cheekers. Okay, we got to have these bigger than the base because they taper. So we want this to be the same size up here. So we can build, let's build one more, and then we'll do the uprights and make sure that all works good before we build them all. Perfect. I like it. All right, now we got to figure out how we want to mount this, because we're going to want to make sure that it's square and straight. So we still have to make fronts for this to make it look pretty, but this is the general idea. It'll come in. We'll have these. Bam. And they'll be set up with a drawer front on the front that we can pull out. We can pull these out. And boom. Boom. That'll be nice.
I think this is going to work out awesome. I think it's going to help keep everything organized. It will be big enough to hold a whole bag of feed or whatever we're putting in there. minerals, feed, all the things. Some spots could fit more than one depending what the mineral is.
So we're not going to keep all of our feed in here. This is going to be the feed that we use the least of and the feed that we use a lot all the time. We have a different feed storage system that we're going to be doing over there for the bulk, the stuff that we use bulk of. This will be just be for the grain that we use every day, but we don't go through a bag very often. And then we'll be, like Gina said, we'll be putting our minerals and different stuff like that under here, but it'll be nice to have it organized, cleaned. There'll be rodent-proof containers. We'll have a nice top over it. All right, now that we know what we're doing, we can mark and pre-drill a lot of these things. We want to go 2 inches from the edge and 3/4 of an inch front to back. 2 inches, okay. So then this is gonna go. All right, so I got 5 of the drawers / bins done, working on the last one, and when I was pre-drilling 2 of these, they split. So I gotta make 2 more new ones. And then we can finish up this last one. And then we can start designing the fronts. And that's really where it's all gonna start coming together. Which one do we want front? I'll spin it like this. Get our base secured, and that'll be the last one. Get everything pre-drilled. They just gotta get the measurements right. So 3/4 on the front, and then we go 2 inches on the side.
Not only is this going to be awesome for what we're using it for, but this would also be something simple if you wanted to make something maybe in the bottom of a cabinet or a pantry, hint, hint. Maybe maybe you could put toys, like if it had sides, obviously, but you could use it for different things. Maybe in the laundry room, you could have things in it. It moves around. So many ideas that you could do with this thing.
Right, you could put all of your big 5-gallon buckets that have your flour and stuff in it in the pantry, and you could just pull them out easy.
Yeah, dog food, cat food.
Yeah. You better learn how to make these.
So many things. I mean,
I
think I could do it.
Were you watching good?
I mean, I'm not going to weld the wheels, but I could do everything else. I could weld, but I wouldn't probably take that step.
You'd want to.
Maybe I should just do it.
Sounds like a good beginner project for you.
What are you trying to say?
That'll be a good one for you to start learning on. All All right, that is the last we need of that measurement. Now we're going to make 12 of them at 24 inches long. All right, now we gotta screw together our frames for these door fronts. First one done. It's gonna look like that. I like it. So now we have 5 more to do.
That's a picture frame. Nice.
Nice. Last one done. So now we gotta build the inner part. All right, let's go into the shop and we're gonna trim up these ones. Let's do some pre-drilling. If we go like there, so if we go say 9 and 19 and then 29. All right, this is what we're gonna look like. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Bam. I like it.
Good.
Some of this tongue and groove pine I got from Lowe's and some of it I had to get from Home Depot. They didn't all have enough. And I've noticed on 2 of the doors so far where like 1/8 of an inch was sticking over. So I'm assuming that some of these center boards must be wider from one place than the other. So I'll just put this through the table saw after and rip that off. No big deal. I just want to rip these 4 down. I don't know why the boards ended up coming out wider. The only thing I can think of is they ended up having a few wider boards over here. I don't know, but we'll rip those down and get them to the same width as the door. Just trim them up, no big deal. And then these ones will be ready. Well, we just had a coyote out here in the middle of the day. He was just standing and watching the chickens. I took a shot off at him. I'm gonna say I got him, but I don't know. He took off, so might not have been the best shot, but it at least scared him. But it's kind of crazy that that happened just in the middle of the day. He was just standing right there watching the chickens, so we have to keep an eye on him. The cows are right there, the goats are right there, and didn't bother anything, which is kind of interesting. We heard the chickens squawking, making a bunch of noise, didn't know what it was, and Olivia said, "Dad, there's a coyote right there." So I can keep my eye out, see if they come back, or see if he comes back, but I'm sure he has buddies in the area. All right, let me mark the bottom. 4.5, I'm thinking. Well, there goes all those screws. The real test is going to be getting 3 of these done and seeing how we did figuring everything. All right, actually, let's see. I like that distance off the floor. We've got a gap, so that way if there's anything on the bottom, it'll roll out. Bam, I like it. Now we have to get a handle, put the handle there, pull it out. I need to do drawer guides, but those will be done once it's in place. It's also going to be hard to make these perfect because we're on concrete and we're not on a perfectly flat area, and it's always going to be changing too because it's on concrete. So I need to make some adjustments because if these were adjusted better, and like that was over more and then that one was over more, like that one could come in like so. I think what we need to do, leave these fronts alone, finish building the rest of the bench, and then put these fronts on, because these are going to change depending on where this bench is sitting on the floor. The concrete floor here and the concrete floor there is different. And the reason why I just want to do it on the concrete floor is I don't want to have a floor down below, because then we'll have a lip when we're pulling these out. And I don't want a lip, I just want to be able to roll in and out smoothly. I'm really looking forward to having this all built. It's custom and it's gonna take some tweaking to get it perfect, but I really believe it's gonna be worth it and just help keep everything organized. We can level it off, nicey nice. All right, you know how they have the adjustable feet on furniture? They're usually a T-nut like this, and it's usually like a plastic foot. I couldn't find any of those anywhere, so this being a concrete floor, I'm just going to go ahead and do a regular 5/16 bolt. If I find that's not wide enough, I can always weld the washer on and make a wide foot, but let's go ahead and try doing this first. We'll get 6 of these done, 2, 4, 6, and we'll see how it goes. Now that we have our 6 feet in, let's flip it back over. And now we'll have a way to level it all off. And all the animals I have not seen. Coyote come back, I'm pretty sure I got him. I wish we had better snow, I could have tracked him, but the snow that we do have is frozen and crispy, so he didn't leave any tracks anywhere. So we'll just keep an eye out for the next few days, see if we see anything. This is the time of the year where I feel like predator pressure gets really bad because it's towards the end of winter and the food really starts getting hard to get. So I feel like if you're gonna have any predator attacks, this is usually the time of the year. So they're locked up, keep an eye on them. They made a bunch of commotion today when that coyote was out, so they are an alarm for us, and they're gonna just keep probably a pew on us while we're working during the day now. So this is where we're gonna end the video. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. We're supposed to get some snow tonight. I guess we'll have to wait and see how that is. Not sure how your weather is, but hopefully it's good. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.